Are you preparing for the Praxis ParaPathways Mathematics 5759 Numbers and Operations Competency Exam? If so, I have a video that is going to be perfect for you. My name is Tom, and I am a test prep expert here at Study.com and a certified teacher. I'm going to walk you through some of the types of problems you will see on this test. Let's jump right in and look at some practice questions. A student says that 402 is greater than 39 because 402 has more digits. Which explanation would best help correct the student's reasoning? Is it A, showing that larger numbers always have more digits? B, explaining the value of each digit using place value? C, asking the student to compare the numbers using a calculator? Or D, having the student count by ones from 39 to 402? All right, so what we want to do is eliminate some possibilities here. So I'm going to eliminate D. It would not be efficient to have the student count from 39 to 402, so we don't want to do that. Choice C, asking the student to compare the numbers using a calculator, is not getting to the conceptual understanding of this. Also, choice A, showing that larger numbers always have more digits, that is going to reinforce a misconception, because when you get to decimals, for example, a decimal something like this, that has more digits than 402, but it's a smaller value. So I'm going to eliminate choice A. The correct answer here is choice B, explain the value of each digit using place value. So in other words, showing the position of the digit is the most important. So we have 4 in the hundreds place. This number is going to be greater than 400, where this one has a 3 in the tens place. So this number is less than 40. Which model would best help a student understand why 3/4 is greater than 2/3? Is it A, a number line showing both fractions? Is it B, a multiplication chart? Is it C, a place value chart? Or is it D, a tally table? All right, so let's eliminate some possibilities. I'm going to eliminate choice B. A multiplication chart would be good for teaching the basic concepts of multiplication, so I'm going to eliminate that. Tally tables, choice D, good for counting, but in this case here, we're not counting. Next, a place value chart, choice C, best when comparing whole numbers. So the correct answer here is choice A, a number line showing both fractions, so we can put them on the number line, showing where they lie on the number line between 0 and 1, let's say. A student solves 18 divided by 3 by repeatedly subtracting 3 until reaching 0. Which understanding is the student demonstrating? Is it A, division as repeated subtraction, B, multiplication as repeated addition, C, division as sharing equally, or D, estimation? All right, so let's eliminate some answers here. So I'm going to eliminate choice B, multiplication as repeated addition. They have the wrong operation here as this answer choice, so I'm going to eliminate that. Choice C, division as sharing equally. That would be when we are partitioning a whole, and we're not really doing that in this case because we're doing an operation of subtracting 3. So I'm going to eliminate C. I'm going to eliminate choice D, estimation. And with estimation, we are approximating an answer. All right, in this case here, we're doing a process in the question. We're not approximating an answer, so I'm going to eliminate choice D. And the correct answer is A, division as repeated subtraction. So we're going to see how many times we can subtract 3 from 18 to get down to 0, which would be an example of getting the answer of 6. Which explanation best helps a student understand why multiplying by 10 shifts digits to the left in a whole number? Is it A, because multiplication always increases numbers? Is it B, because each place value becomes 10 times greater? Is it C, because zeros are added automatically? Is it D, because the decimal point disappears? All right, so let's eliminate some possibility again. So choice C is a shortcut, automatically adding zeros when you multiply by 10. So I'm going to eliminate that choice. D, because the decimal point disappears. Well, that is not always the case. So for example, if you multiply 1.37 by 10, the decimal point moves over one spot, so it doesn't disappear. Choice A is too vague because multiplication doesn't always increase numbers. And the correct answer here is choice B, because each place value becomes 10 times greater, which makes everything shift over one digit. Okay, there you go. Those are some of the types of questions you'll see on the test. In general, the exam assesses fundamental math skills, including arithmetic with fractions, decimals, and percents, as well as solving algebraic and linear equations, alongside the ability to apply these concepts in a classroom setting. If you need more support, Study.com's ParaPathways 5759 prep course includes full-length practice exams, hundreds of realistic questions, and short video lessons to keep your studying focused, and 92% of users who use our courses pass their exams. So why not you? Got questions or need help with another competency? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more targeted test prep. Thanks for watching and good luck. You've got this.